Good morning and welcome to Moopsy in the Morning for October the 14th, 2024. I'm Mom. Excuse me. Today's coffee is whatever leftover beans I had ground up, so no coffee sponsor such as it is today. However, I'm currently drinking probably the majority of this coffee is The Dog Sleeps in My Bed. Good morning, Mucin. Which is from Grounds and Hounds Coffee in the States here. And part of their profits go to dog rescues. So as they say, every cup saves a pup. Is it great coffee? It's not bad coffee. I haven't found the ideal one. It's decently made, I'll say that. And I have 3 pounds left, which is enough to get me through to October the 23rd. Oh, thank you, Susan Mercer. Thank you for the cheers. Let's see, October the 23rd. Oh, that's only 10 days away. We can do that. I will probably not be here on October the 23rd because I have to run into Chicago. And I have to be there at 11, which admittedly I should be able to make quite easily if I leave here at 7, which is when the show ends. So we will see. That date's up in the air. So how's everyone doing this morning? I suppose I should jump into chat there. I am in the chat channel. Hey, bye. Thank you for yesterday, too. Oh, yes, I will send out that message today. So Sav had a great idea, which with Pi's help, that Pi, for the most part, executed yesterday, which is if you're in the Klingon strike group and the that's fine. I have to get all my Pi saying we need to craft stuff. Problem is, all of my tunes that can craft are currently refining omega particles. So yes, let's set it up and I'll make sure that I'm not locked up for 5 days with my omegas. I'll find somebody else who can do omegas. Or we can put together a list of things we want and we can do it. Anyway, so the upshot is that if you go to the Fleet Bank, and you need stuff, obviously it's there. It's mostly low-level tunes and some consumables, but not a lot. We cleaned out a ton of stuff. Everything has some value. So if you need to grab something and sell it for EC, put it on the exchange and sell it, do it. Now, the things that are now in the prize bank, good morning, Mr. Dave, have a much higher value. So if you really need funds and you want to sell one of those, or whatever you want to do with it, just talk to one of the fleet admirals and they can get it for you. We also have EC in the bank, lots and lots of it, like 100 million in each bank. And again, if you need some money, let us know. We can give you $1 million. That's give, not loan. And that's especially good if you've got a low-level tune or you're getting close to buying that $1 billion ship, but you're grinding away at everything and it's just taking forever. We're there. That's the whole purpose of the bank, is to help you, not just to hoard stuff. Good morning, Chris. Sure. Actually, things are slowly calming down here, Pi, so my schedule's opening up a bit. For those of you who joined me yesterday for Sunday morning worship, the Carnarvon, which still needs a better name, is almost up to Tier 5. I did run whatever it is, the good one. The one that's got the stuff. What's the one that's got the stuff? It's in the Future Proof, I think. New Frontiers? New Frontiers. Beyond the Nexus. I ran it twice yesterday and picked up 2 of the toys. I will run it 2 more times today. Maybe today. Probably today. We'll see. We will see. And that tune's getting up there. That's the ship we started building yesterday that we will continue on. But we did not craft isomags because, as stated before, all my tunes who can craft are currently refining omegas. I should check with one of my other accounts. These guys, though, one thing that Ed didn't do, as you can see, there's only a few things that are brought up to speed here. We still have cannon, science, and shields, and he doesn't have a lot of mats yet. So we got some work to do. We've got to build this tune up so we can start making toys. So today I had gain salvage, which after running all those missions yesterday, no problem. Harvest materials. Oh, how exciting. Defeat the aliens on the ground. Oh, how exciting. So if you've got something, let me know and we can do that. In the meantime, let's see if I've got Sphere of Influence. I do have a lot of these things to turn in here. I can go pick up that one ground thing super quick. Oh, how terrible. Getting ground materials. Is it 1 or 2 on this one?
Welcome to New
I have to do 2. The challenge. Oh, the challenge. One down. Anyway, if people have feedback on yesterday's Sunday morning worship about how we can approach it differently, I'd love to hear it. I was hoping to level up a ship every week, but I'm discovering that it'll probably be 2 weeks to start getting a ship into decent shape. So we'll probably revisit this ship next Sunday. But I may switch it up a little bit, grab another new ship, put on some new toys, do some build-ups, and then we can open it up to do some leveling and go for 2 hours. Alright, so that's out of the way. We're not going to worry about the aliens. Chris, Mr. Dave, Pie, Exorcismer, Musin, anybody have stuff you want to do this morning? DFOs? Yeah, DFOs are great. Got any ones in particular you'd like to do? Event thingamajig? I can absolutely do the event thingamajig because I'm going to put money on the fact that I'm going to need some Dedalithium here. Let me send you an invitation. Borg stuff in Star Trek Online? No. Do you have a preference on what we do for the event thingamajig? And by the way, don't forget that this Thursday is the last day for the event, so if you're getting close, make sure you get it done or buy it out. As we're discovering, I'm probably going to have to buy out the Tholian one to get the Tholian engine, and that is 2,500 Zen, and you'll notice I have a whopping 0 Zen. So here's to them having a sale before year end. So what's your preference? Do you want to do Royal Flush, Wolf 359, or Starbase 1? Oh, we can do it. It's fine. Royal Flush. We can do Royal Flush. That's fine. I don't have a problem with it. You like it. Fine. We'll do it your way. Royal Flush. You're the guest, though, Chris. I think I was not happy with... Oh, people are beaming in ahead of their ships again. I'm not thrilled with not understanding it. And when I played it as a pug, more often than not, it was really bad. And I don't know any of these people. And then you multiply that times 5 a day. SB1, I can run it on 2 tunes at once and knock it out in under an hour for all the accounts. Let's see. Oh, that's because they're all over there. Yes, of course. Well, they're there now. We can have typhoon-y type things. Okay, so somehow I've got 1 tray here and 1 tray here. Is there a way to consolidate trays? We've got 17 seconds. This big personal tray 2, and delete that. Good, now I can work on that later. And here we go.
Clear Unicomplex Alpha, so our planet killers can arrive safely. The planet killers are arriving. The tactical view in Delta has been destroyed.
So the Typhoon has pretty good maneuverabilities. Is it worth it to go run the Delta thing that gives you the polaric modulator? Give it a little bit better turn rate.
The tactical view at Gamma has been destroyed. Destroy the emitter. The octahedron at Beta has been destroyed. Destroy the emitter. The tactical cube at Beta has been destroyed. Destroy the emitter.
Okay, that one's done. What's next? More stuff.
The octahedron at Zeta has been destroyed. Destroy the emitter.
Delta Flight, the mission gives you as a reward a polaric modulator, which allows you to increase turn rate significantly. There we go. And if you don't have anything else that let's say you don't have a semi-decent RCM, it's a great little device. Device. That's the word I want. Device. I use it on a lot of my bigger, tankier things because it's cheap. I mean, you just have to run the one mission.
Ignore the alert force. Focus on those that are active.
Someone was complaining that the Typhoon was a bit of a glass cannon. I don't personally see that. Seems to be holding up just fine. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, already. Well, that was fast.
Your defenses are insufficient. You will be assimilated.
Let me find out where these guys are. Here we go.
Fused together. We must destroy this monstrosity. This fused cube is split into 8 sections, each with its own power source and shield. These sections must be shut down individually. We must leave the area.
Psh, that was fast. I just got here and we have to leave now. Yep. Yeah, that's the reason I wasn't playing it for most of the time. It never gets done that fast. Clearly, somebody knew what they were doing. It wasn't me.
An operation well
Yay!
done. The fork has been
Well, this tune is slow, not slowly, it's quickly getting all the stuff it needs, but fleet marks.
return. Until then, the Undine thank you for your assistance.
Give me 1 second here, I'll pull up its stats. Okay, so the hull is 66.7, standard. I haven't done, excuse me, dear. Oh, as I put the hell spawn down. Oh, man. Ah, that hurts. It seems to be overall decent hull, decent shields. I do have Tilly shields on there. Um, it seems to be fine. I haven't had an issue at all with it getting killed, other than when I first took it out on a trial run. As soon as you put something decent on it, it starts building up, and quite quickly. So, by the way, that should, with any of luck. Oh, yeah, it would help if I did all that stuff, too. Oh, not them, me. There we go. 'Tis mastered now. Yay! Yeah, for free ship, just takes you a little grinding. It isn't bad. Now we're at the point of I have to figure out how to make it better, but we're going through it. Beyond the Nexus, I'll do 2 more times to pick up the console and the last weapon. After that, isomags, most likely. Not 100% sure I'll do isomags, but it's a thought. Depends on how much they're going to cost me. I mean, it's not mastered. Oh, you're right. How did I miss that? Oh my gosh, we're going to have to do one more thing. My eyes are just bad. Oh, it's just my eyes, Exemer. I'm looking at it and seeing this little thing here. My vision's a little schmucky this morning. But thank you for the correction. Oh no. It means we'll just have to do some more stuff. Yeah, no worries. Okay, Chris, what's up next? I wouldn't mind doing, if it works for you, I would not object to one more patrol. That should bring me up to mastery. Cool. Let's do... What's one we don't usually do? I have Tholians on the ground. That doesn't help. La 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 la. How about a quick 9th rule on advanced? Just to get some loot and have some shooty fun and get some leveling done. Then I'll switch over to a different account and see what we need to get done for the day. Oh, we can do something else, Chris. What do you like? Yeah, it is close. Grace, you tell me which one you like. I'm game for that. It doesn't matter to me. We did some interesting ones. Good morning, Sav. Happy Thanksgiving to any fellow Canadians. That explains a lot. One of my bosses went up to Canada for the weekend. Now I know why. Rescue and search. Rescue and search is absolutely fine. Rescue and search, and I'm launching. So, Sav, do Canadians do the whole turkey, mashed potatoes, and apple pie thing? Or do you all eat poutine for the weekend? Or is poutine the appetizer? Oh, shoot, I have to think about that. I think I have to do Thanksgiving dinner this year. Which is a challenge because, 1, I have a very small kitchen, and 2, I don't have a place to eat. Hey, if that's the criteria, I get to have pizza instead of turkey. I am so on it. Yeah, but poutine's so dang good. We have a beer pub here that specializes in poutine, but next week when I'm back in Chicago, there's a place that does duck poutine, and they cook the fries in duck fat. They do a duck confit that they then kind of grill up so it's crispy good. And they say they have a vegetarian gravy, and I don't see the point of putting vegetarian gravy on something that you've just eaten all that duck on, but it's really good.
We did it. Sensors are clear.
In London, it's turkey and roast potatoes. I don't mess with mash when there are nice roast potatoes. Come on, warp in. There you are. I don't mind roast potatoes, but my husband hated mashed potatoes, and Thanksgiving was about the only time of the year that I had an excuse to make them without people complaining. But speaking of duck fat and mashed potatoes and roast potatoes, come on. Did you already do that one?
Thank you for coming.
Treloon, Devoot. Don't we have to? Yeah, there's the boot.
Our systems are coming back online nicely.
Poutine is chips and gravy with cheese curds. Yes, indeed. What do you mean, not gravy?
That's one less rip to worry about.
It is indeed gravy, Sav. Just because you live there doesn't mean you know it. Everything I've ever seen has got a brown gravy of some sort. Though there's a place here that will occasionally make their Italian version of it, which I don't really care for. And they use a red sauce over the French fries. It's not as good. Ew. Oh, no. That'll make your fries sag out too fast. So, as I was saying, getting back to roast potatoes, duck fat, and all that other stuff, there's a tendency here to make something called smashed potatoes, where you take a small potato, boil it in skin until it's just cooked through, let it cool down, smash it down to maybe half an inch thick, roll it in duck fat, bake it off in duck fat. I suppose you could use any kind of fat, but duck fat is delicious. Until it's unbelievably crispy on the outside and like mashed potatoes on the inside. Personally, as far as I'm concerned, just throw a little salt on them. It doesn't need any gravy or anything, but I'm sure there are purists out there who like gravy on their roast potatoes. Oh my god. One time, someone I know did a bolognese, and instead of using tomato puree, they used ketchup. Oh my god, that's disgusting. I mean, I love ketchup, but ketchup it's sweet and vinegary and has other seasonings and spices in it, and I think the correct technical term is ew. Some more crime on a plate, yeah, really. That said, my brother-in-law once took us to an Italian place for their great pizza, and they did make a tomato sauce based on ketchup for their pizza sauce. One, it was horrible, and two, we never trusted his judgment in restaurants again. I think kids like it, Saab, because it's sweet. It has a fair amount of sugar or corn syrup in it, and that sweetness is very attractive to kids. But I do like it on an onion ring. There's a burger place here, Brew Burger, B-R-U Burger, that makes their own homemade ketchup daily to go with their own homemade delicious onion rings of delight.
I think that was the last indeed.
Pineapple on pizza is so wrong. That is correct. That is a war crime. Oh, Chris. No. No. Just no. My son will eat it too, and certainly not my child. I may have given birth to him, but he's not my child. Pineapple has many places. Just pineapple. Yum. Pineapple with a cake on top of it or underneath it. Yum. Lots of places for pineapple. Pizza? No. Okay, let's see how that did. Does that count now? See, unlocks, all that good stuff. Apply an experimental upgrade token to unlock additional capabilities. I don't think I've got any upgrades on this account. I have to take a look around for some. So, give me one sec here, folks. I'm getting cold. It's because it's 47 degrees outside. I have to do some stuff. You're all biased. No, I have tried it. I think one of the big issues is the place that does pineapple, that has the pizzas I like here, uses fresh pineapple. So what happens as it cooks, the juice oozes out and it makes it wet. Well, not everybody likes pancakes either. Ooh, pineapple upside down pancakes. Chris, you've given me an idea, Chris. My sister, when she was with us in the sane world, she has Alzheimer's now, used to make pineapple upside down cake that started off with a stick of butter, a cup of brown sugar, and she'd cook them into a caramel, put all the pineapple on it, and then put on whatever cake was on top of that and bake it off. Then flip it over and let the butter and sugar soak into the cake. I love you, Karen. I miss you so much. All right. I think that... Oh, we have got an endeavor done. What did we decide to buy here? Yeah, critical chance in space. There we go. Let me grab another tune, since we're not doing Tholians on the ground on this one. My bro works for Domino's, and that's his fave. I have seen too many Hawaiian pizzas. Yeah, no. Let me grab a different tune here. Oh, before I do that, Chris, I'm going to kick you from the team. There we go. Hi, little one. Loki is with us today. She was in my lap on my leg. So we can blame Canada for that one, Sab? Oh, you're over there. Okay. So my sister used to work for a relatively local pizza place in Chicago called Lou Malnati's, which has expanded out, and you can see them in a few places now. But they're famous for Chicago-style deep dish pizza, which I think is a crime in and of itself. Mostly because it's never baked thoroughly, the dough is wet, there's too much sauce, there's too much cheese, and it's not well flavored. But aside from that, and then she would bring them home every night that she was working, because they'd always accidentally, and I use air quotes there, bake a few too many, so everybody would have one to take home. I have Herc attendance. Oh, hold, that's attendance. That doesn't help. Terran ships in the battle zone. Voth ships in the Dyson sphere. Nope, we're not going to do that one on this account. But it got me off liking deep dish pizzas, which I didn't really like in the first place. But that really turned me off of them, seeing them every single week. Nope, that's not the name of that one. Looking for something on my desk, which is not on my desk. That's not good. Maybe it's downstairs. All right, let's see what we've got here. Restore shields on the ground. Ground. Plasma damage in space. Yes. Is this my tune that's got plasma? Yes. Yay, we can do plasma damage in space. Yay. Do you have any more plasma? Plasma, 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 plasma. Nah. It's only 500,000. I better be able to do that. Okay, we're good. Chris, I'm sending you an invite again. Let's see. I just have damage to do in space. We can do another TFO. We can do patrols. I have no preference. I should go get some more coffee. Now that the weather's chilling down, my coffee gets cold fast. Oh, so the event didn't count as a Borg TFO? No, that's right. It should count as a Borg TFO. That's interesting. If I double click on things, they don't open. There it goes. Is it time for new mouse, maybe? No, that's not my mouse. That's something else going on there. Okay, well, dang. Let's see. We are teamed up. Oh, well, let's queue up something fun. We'll see if that one pops. If it doesn't, then I'll queue to something else. Good morning, Cliff the Self-Aware AI. Yeah, I guess it is lag. Maybe my computer needs coffee as much as I do. So I still haven't turned on the heat in the house, and at 47 degrees with 2 dogs, it's quite pleasant at night. But, 4 o'clock, there is this thing when your body gets cold at night, which is very typical. Between 2 and 4 a.m., your core body temperature drops. And by about 4 o'clock, I'm cold, and I've got the dogs under the blankets with me, and we're all cuddled up. Oh, you know what? I don't have a guest for tomorrow night yet. I need a guest for tomorrow night's show. It's fine upstairs here. Well, almost fine upstairs here. Because it's upstairs and the heat rises. Wee-woo, wee-woo, Chris? Wee-woo protocol engaged, yes. Hey, if somebody wants to be my guest tomorrow, I would be more than happy to have you as my guest for an hour. You get to talk about all the things you like in Star Trek Online. Yeah, well, hey, Wolfpuck, there's an opening. There's a you. Things fit together very nicely. I mean, I can't interview myself. You all already know everything there is about me. Which isn't much, admittedly. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, of course you do. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Why can't I have you as a guest, Mason? It's my show. I can do whatever I want to. Mm-hmm. Two birds with one stone, Chris. It's effectiveness. I guess I'll just have to go back out on Twitter again and see what's up. That would be an interesting thing to see, Saf. If I had my camera on, I would do it. Well, it has to be on a Tuesday because that's what I can. Okay, maybe I could do a Thursday. Yeah, I work too. I just don't work on Tuesdays. You go on. You were on Voice yesterday, Chris. You just can't go on Voice in the mornings. This is the evening show, and that would be in the middle of your night, so I wouldn't ask that of you anyway. Oh, I think I like that other ship better than I like this ship. I think this is the Alliance Rex. See, I'm trying to open up all those ships I've got. The bug fight? Ah. But this one is mastered even by Exisimer's qualifications of having all the lines filled. I get it. I just bug fight. It's interesting. Other than I can't target that. There we go. That's all 10. I'm aiming for 5. The cicada. It's not that annoying. Oh, apparently I found my 500,000 damage, so yay! And 5 is alive. What, nobody else has started any? Just because you're going for that board cube? Well, Sam's dead. What's going on here? Oh, Chris, that other TFO went fast. This one is not going fast.
Resistance will be annihilated.
I'm moving over to 6. I'm coming to help, Chris. I'm helping. Great. Yeah. Not the finest run there's ever been, is there? Is it? Here with my Klingon would be different. Better ship, better tune. Yeah. Well, right now I'm using people are willing to spend the money, so prices are rising because it's definitely driven by what people are asking. Wow, 3's activated. Yay. Stop sending all these adapters down here. I'm not good enough to fight them all. Wow, 1 and 4 are still awaiting deployment. What the heck? Alright. Heading over to 4. Oh, that kind of game prices, yeah. Well, because the game is costing millions to billions to get out into production, where it used to be something people would knock out quickly, dirt cheap. And if I understand it correctly, what was the new game? Concord? That basically got canned after 2 weeks with, what, close to 500,000 in production? No, not 500,000, 500 million in production. Yep. Games don't generally make money. That's known. Okay, I've got 4 activating. Why would you let it go into production if you knew? Well, maybe, was it not an issue if it wasn't a good product? Or did it get canned for a different reason, like a horribly offensive something? Who has just joined me?
Well,
Hey, Musin.
they canned that game because nobody really wanted to play what was.
Nobody wanted to play it. That's not a good reason to can a game.
Okay, so there was 200 million already invested in the game
Yeah.
when it switched over and like got greenlit to be a real game. At that point, it was not a good game. They spent another 200 million
Jeez.
to revise it and didn't really fix it. However, there was a diversity, equity, and inclusion
Issue?
with that game,
Yeah.
which really didn't resonate with players.
Ah.
So it
That's-
sold absolutely abysmal, and the players in the first couple of weeks was so abysmally low that they just decided to can the game and then refunded everybody.
Wow. Wow, they lost a fortune on that.
Yeah, well, no, not really.
Now, what'd they do, take a
the
tax write-off?
refund was the cheapest thing that they did.
Yeah, but I mean, they didn't make any money then at all on it. So yes, that's losing money, as we say. Oops. Stop doing that thing. I don't like that.
They really had only a handful of players, and yeah, the
Good morning, Lexers.
number of players and the number of people who bought that game was just so abysmally low that they refunded everybody.
Wow.
Cost them maybe a couple 100,000.
Well, that says nothing. Yeah, you would have thought that companies would have begun to figure out that woke does not necessarily work when you're doing it for the sake of woke. When you're doing it to make an interesting game, that's a different story.
They basically made the characters so unappealing to
Jeez.
players because of the DEI undertones and like overtones that nobody wanted to play those characters because of like, you know, you play a game, you play Chun-Li because character design and maybe you like the backstory.
Yeah.
But when the character design is
Yay.
objectively unattractive, unappealing, who would want to play something like that if the backstory for that character is also not one that you can relate to.
Well, I don't know that I could relate to the character in any case, but I would probably pick my characters for different reasons than that. No, I don't want to die. Ah, gosh darn it. Lexers, go woke, go woke, get broke, yeah.
Yeah.
And I will just say 3 words. Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, and even that was, how can I say it, a fight.
Oh no,
for
it was
Ryan
absolutely
Reynolds
a fight for him. But the
to-
thing is,
to
he
make
did.
it
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
If
And
they had not fought him on anything, that movie would have been 3 times better.
I actually think
But
it's
they,
just
they
a
fought
fine movie.
for things like DEI still being part of it, somewhat, right? They
I gotta say,
didn't
there's
go
not a lot of
overboard.
DE&I in there. There really
There
isn't.
is. I mean, the villain
Oh,
was
come on,
definitely a DEI.
Yeah, but she's an existing villain. Using her is fine. It's pulling from the same catalog.
She's a fringe character.
She is a
that
fringe
was
character,
in
but
a story, and making her the main villain, also bringing in.
honestly, I think Paradox is the main villain.
I think the main villain is actually Disney,
Oh yeah, totally.
but that's me.
But okay,
know,
so
the one who
now
comes-
we have a movie that's made well over $1 billion because it didn't embrace these DEI paradigm things, but lightly touched on
Well,
them. I will concede.
it-
Can we get the message? Do you think these people can get
It
the
didn't
message?
make $1 billion because it didn't touch on it.
It made
Like,
$1 billion because it gave people what they were actually interested in seeing, which was not woke.
It made $1 billion because Ryan Reynolds fought them every step of the way.
No.
to make a movie.
He made a movie. It made $1 billion because he made a movie that was true to the source material and that he held to his guns on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't want him to do that.
I know they didn't.
They wanted him to listen to
But
execs up higher.
But
in
how
the-
can they
the
not
food chain.
understand that they're losing money like crazy on some of these other projects? I mean, they've spent
Okay,
so far
if you-
almost $500 million on Snow White. Have they not
If you
figured that out
lose
yet?
$500 million on making a movie,
Mm-hmm.
but over the entire year you've made $8 billion from
But-
your movies.
But they're not.
Then-
Not anymore.
You're not gonna but then you're not gonna notice just 500 million because you
I
still have
assure you, as a
7.8
stockholder-
billion. Yeah, but
But they're not making the
a lot
$8 billion.
of
That's the
a lot
problem.
of the things that we get told
Mm-hmm.
is just the U.S. Slice of the pie, and they keep forgetting in most equations the Chinese slice of the pie.
Chinese aren't real
China,
thrilled with Disney
there
at the
are
moment
so
either.
many people that if they all paid for a ticket, they earn you back your
But-
investment.
But Musin, that's like if everybody on the planet gave them $1, they'd make back their investment. The point is, not everybody on the
Exactly.
planet is going
And
to do
because-
that.
Because the market in China is giving them back a
But it's
certain amount
not.
of investment, they're actually not losing money. Right? Even if they lose money, to them it's like, okay, so I made $1,000, but I lost 5.
No,
Oh, well.
I swear to God, Musin, they are not doing that well globally. They really are not.
The thing is, we don't actually get to see the numbers of the box office in China.
But you do. It's
only get to
required
see
to
the
be
numbers
reported
of
on
the-
the European tax returns, and those are now publicly available.
Yeah,
Thank you for
European.
that, by the way. Yeah, but no, because you have to do your global reporting.
Yeah, but
That means we can't see it on the American tax returns, except I can because I'm a stockholder. But It's not good. And yet
Oh,
they're
I
dedicated
know
to
it's
this.
not good.
They're dedicated to this. If they actually made good product, they could really clean up. But
I-
they're not going
I
to.
was watching some video game
Mm-hmm.
being played by somebody who has no affinity with the game story. And he sees a female character
Mm-hmm.
that has the same power as a certain male character
Yeah.
that is so well known that he did know it. So he was like, "Oh, so that's DEI inclusion for modern audiences," and it was not. It was definitely not, because a lot of the DEI replaces something
Yeah.
that is in the original story with something diversified.
I totally get
Except
that.
that
But in that case, you can add females, males, different genders, sexual preference, sexual identity, without being it inherently DEI, just by writing it as a good character that becomes
Yeah,
integral
but
to the story.
It was never written as DEI.
That's what
because
I'm
It
saying.
did not replace the previous
Musin, I'm not
character it was
disagreeing with you.
based on.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah. It just included an extra character that story-wise exists without invalidating the original. Right? And for a lot of Japanese stuff,
By the way, everyone in chat, I promise I'll get back to you in just a second. I just
Okay.
want to finish off this cube. Oops, no, I guess I won't finish off this cube. I turned my eyes away for 1 second.
with a lot of Japanese stuff, they do include all, all identifiable diversity, but they never take away from what the users, the viewers actually like.
That's because they understand that if you want to make money, you have to give people what they want. How the heck are we not getting these tactical cubes killed? What is going on here? Sav says, I boycott Hollywood and Disney as much as possible. I don't actively boycott them. I simply don't watch that
I
stuff.
just don't feel guilty for the fact that I am not paying for the product they make when the product is not what I wanted.
Yep. And don't buy products you don't want because somebody says you should go.
Like, for example, I did not watch Deadpool and Wolverine in the movie theater.
It was
They
really
got
good.
not a dime from me. It was a great movie.
It is a great movie.
Now, it will prompt me to, I don't know, buy the DVD.
Which they will be happy to take your money for that.
And I will be very happy to maybe buy some merchandise,
Which they will
and
also be happy
actually
about.
give good word of mouth about that movie, so that other people might spend their money on it. It's just, I have decided for myself that I'll take everything I want for free and will only invest my money into their product if they made something I like.
Well, that's as it should be. You vote with your wallet.
Yeah, no, I mean, I watch every TV show and every movie without officially paying for it. And then I officially pay for something of merchandising, if I really like it. That started years before DEI even, because I've had this mentality for a long time since I'm an internet pirate.
Mm-hmm.
So there was this anime series called Bleach.
Yep.
I
Everybody
downloaded
knows
it.
Bleach.
I watched, and it was so good that I decided to order the collection of mangas so I can actually read it instead of watch it.
Oh, lordy, we still have this huge cube at 97%. What the heck is going on here?
I bought a little PVC figurine of my favorite character. I bought all the issues so that I can have them nicely lined up on my shelf.
Good morning, Praetor Shinzan. The board cube is not taking a beating. It's sitting there and laughing at us.
Which is something I wouldn't have done if it was just, sitting there in the store and I had no idea what I was picking up. I don't know, I feel that we need samples these days before deciding to spend our money, especially
Absolutely.
since they want to go to a place where you don't own what you buy.
Well, while we're sitting here just beating away on this cube that's not doing anything. Blah, 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 blah. Lexers points out, if I can play devil's advocate, megacorps have a habit of trusting the experts, and lobby groups like Sweet Babies Inc. present themselves as expert, which cause megacorps to trust them. The problem is, of course, that you need to learn your lessons, and they're not learning their lessons. I
No,
take
but
my
I
month.
wonder if
Stop. My
anybody-
turn to talk. You got to talk till now. So once a month I sit down with my investments from, the stuff that my hubs left me, because I don't have money of my own. And we go through it line by line by line going, what's this company doing? Why did they lose money last month? Do we want to keep investing our money in them? We don't just take their word on it, we'll be better next month. And that's the problem with these huge investors in Disney. And there's 3 major investors in Disney. Thank God we're out of that mess. And yeah, you gotta actually not trust people, especially companies. You have to go out and do some research and investigation, and then make a decision that isn't just, well, we like that politic because that politic is not actually going well. And part of the reason it's not doing well is because of the company. So blah blah blah. Yeah, but when I was studying creative writing 20 years ago, they taught us that having a strong female character was a convenient way to cope with bad writing, bad storytelling, especially when working with a large team, when you can pick and choose your co-workers. Ugh, please. At least now there's decent actresses out there who are going, oh, it's described as a strong female article, and then noping the heck out of there. Loaded your Discord and got a message, failed to load error. Interesting.
Well, I heard that they canceled Velma.
Yeah, thank God, please. Thank you. That was
I
just
watched
awful. Oh, that was
the
awful.
first episode of that, and I was just like a big fat nope,
Yep,
and
nope,
never looked back.
Nope, you didn't miss anything, I promise.
Sure.
Chris says, yeah, it's a common problem. Many companies miss on target because they don't listen to the target audience. Exactly. But you have to understand who the audience is that's going to buy the product, not who the audience is that you want to buy the product. If you want to market to getting more women into a theater, figure out what women going to the theaters are willing to pay money to watch.
Okay, Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, really. But it still didn't work because...
But make it a movie about Chris Hemsworth. Make him show his exposed chest, and just make a good movie.
Make him a good
One
character and
that
give him a good plot.
The male audience is not going to be, pushed away by.
Right. Yeah.
No,
Oh,
but,
that's
like,
it. I mean, women on average go to movies as part of a social group and not as an independent person. So yeah, I will take my little butt out to the movies by myself, but I'm the outlier. I also think that kaiju are sexy, so don't market to me.
Oh,
But there are
Godzilla -1 is marketed
Oh
to
my
you,
God, it is, and it was a fabulous movie. It was.
and it cost a fraction
I know, because they were told they.
of
Well,
things
you heard what the director said, because somebody said you did a great job for $15 million, and he looked at the interview and said, "15 million. I wish. I wish."
Yeah,
And actually, that was one of the reasons Deadpool did a lot of what they did, is they limited the budget to force people to try and figure out how creative can we be with this budget. If you don't have, I mean, they did it for less than what the end cost of Acolyte was.
yeah,
They're now
well,
admitting that Acolyte came in at $230 million, and Deadpool came in at $220,
Yeah,
not including advertising, because we will never include
one
that.
episode of The Acolyte is about the same price or more even than Godzilla -1.
I know, and look how much better Godzilla -1 was.
Yeah, because they didn't try to push any agenda. They just made a movie. It had a good story. They made a movie. That's it.
Sav wants Tropic Thunder style movie with Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pine, Chris Evans, and Chris Pratt. Kind of a Christmas movie for you. Strangely enough, when the majors used to make empty shell movies showing major actress cleavages, it was called misogynic, but I think you mean misogynistic. It could be. Same discussion opened recently as Tomb Raider anime on Netflix launched, and The Guardian posted an article saying, "No more cartoon boobs," claiming that this was solely what Lara Croft and Tomb Raider franchise was always until the show came around. No, it wasn't. Lara Croft and Tomb Raider had some fun game stuff.
Yes. But you cannot deny that the appeal for the Tomb Raider game for the majority of gamers was Lara's boobs.
I sincerely doubt that. I really do. I think the majority
I was a kid when that came
I
out.
get it, but the majority of players I know got it because it was a fun, good game, and it had boobs. I'm not saying boobs weren't a part of it, but is that the reason anybody spends money on a game to look at boobs? Seriously?
I can right now find 100 people from my past, and all of them are going to say they played Tomb Raider because Lara Croft had boobs and they tried to get her naked with the cheat code, which obviously did not work. That was a trick. She blew up into pieces.
So, Chris, you're saying people did buy it just to see breasts? Is that what you're saying? Or that Muson's got the wrong assumption that they didn't buy it just to see breasts?
Well, I mean, the success of the game was because it had good gameplay. But, yeah, word of mouth, most people I know bought it because, Lara had boobs.
Wow, most of the people I know bought it because it was a good game and Lara had boobs. But it wasn't the only reason, because you could buy any game, or lots of games, where you would see cleavage, and that didn't do as well, and probably had more cleavage. It's not the only reason people buy games.
Oh, and I'm definitely saying that Tomb Raider 2 did not rely on the fact that Lara had boobs, but rather relied on the fact that the first game had such good gameplay.
Chris says the largest core followers and hardcore fans, regardless of era of Tomb Raider games, is LGBT+. And the biggest fans are gays. Well, so probably not in it for Lara's boobs.
It's not the experience that I remember from when the game came out.
Which is why when we're doing evaluations, experience versus hardcore numbers is usually... if you can get numbers, get numbers. In this case, the numbers we need to get are payroll, because it is payroll day. I need to go to the office. So, on behalf of me, Musin, Chris, Sav, Xizmer, Lexers, and Lara Croft's boobs, hope you all have a wonderful day, and let's stay moopsome!